Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome back to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites. That's LLB with Fatah Khan. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, and today we are going to cover an important topic for leaders: how to navigate leadership challenges. We all know leadership is always not like smooth sailing, it's about steering through storms with resilience and also with grace. I'm going to share today 8 steps which are going to help you to navigate leadership challenges. Number one is embrace change as an opportunity. Now, we all know leadership has a lot of opportunities. When you are in leadership role, it will come with a lot of challenges. But instead of resisting change, see it as an opportunity. Especially people with growth mindset see all the challenges as opportunities and they start working towards that. Number two is foster open communication because transparent communication is the compass that can guide any leader through challenges. Keep your the lines always open with your team in terms of sharing insights, listening to them actively, and encourage open conversation that will help to build trust and help the team to work together. Number three is build a supportive network. We all know leadership is a lonely journey, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can have mentors, coaches in your life, and people who are smarter than you, who can always give you advice, and you can take that to navigate through these challenges. Number four is focus on solutions, not just problems. Now, this is one of the powerful things I learned from NLP, which says wherever your focus goes, you will get that. If you focus on problems, you see more problems. But if you focus on solutions, you can come out of the problems and always see solutions in any challenging times. Now, number five is prioritizing self care. Now, I've seen a lot of leaders where they beat themselves, where they become self critical, and they don't look after their mental and physical wellness. Because if you are good, if you are happy, then you can keep your teams happy. Number six is learn from setbacks. Now, we all know that every setback, if you see, that's a lesson in disguise. Because if your leadership has to grow, then it has to grow through what? It has to grow through your experience. Now, a lot of experience can come from both those ways. It can come through failures and it can also come through success. But the one that comes through failures has more learnings and more experience, because think of it, somebody who has not failed and has done something like repeatedly for about 10 years, I would say that person does not have 10 years of experience. That person has 1 year of experience, probably, right, repeated 10 times. But that's not like collectively 10 years of experience. But somebody who has attempted something new, something different in those 10 years and has failed multiple times, that person has huge experience. That's the true experience, that we can say it's 10 years of true experience, right? But that's why you need to also experiment and learn from failures so that you can look at that experience in your learnings. Number seven is lead with empathy. During challenging times, especially, empathy becomes a leadership superpower, because understanding the emotions and concerns of your team is something that you need to look at, because demonstrating empathy, it will actually foster an environment of growth. Because what you are showing through empathy is, whether it is tough times, whether it is challenging times, or whether it is easy times, you as a leader, your value, which is empathy, is always something you exhibit. Because think of this, whether it is tough or challenging times or good times, right, that the organization is going through. But we need to understand that people also go through challenges in their personal lives, in their professional lives. So at whatever situations, in whatever challenging situations you are as a leader, you cannot forget to be empathetic, because empathy can help you to connect with people. And when you build that true connection, when you actually make people believe that you actually care for them, that's when they will care for you and that's when they will support you. Because especially when you have to navigate through challenges, you need support from people, and the teams that you're working with, those are the ones who need to support you, because you alone cannot actually take the ship from the challenging times and then you can sail through it. You need team, you need people who are there along with you, who can actually go ahead and run the show and make things happen even during challenging times. That's why Empathy is really a value, true value that you need to always leave, especially in challenging times. Do not forget this value, empathy, because people want to be loved, people want to be understood, people want to be cared. Only when you do that, people will stay with you. Otherwise, you go through challenging times, you go through tough times, and you show the burnout, you show the anger, you show the frustration, then team will not be ready to go through that. Because think of this, nobody wants to be with people who are angry, frustrated, stressed out, because everyone wants what? Everyone wants peace, love, understanding, right? Care. That is what people want. Only when you are empathetic, you can build that kind of connection and relationship with people, so that you can navigate through the challenging times. What is step number 8? Step number 8 is stay true to your values. Now, challenges may test your leadership, but you need to stay true to your values. Like, see, what, as leader, what do you think people will remember you for? People will remember you mostly for two important reasons. One is the mission or the shared vision that you have brought in, which people are aligned and connected with you, right? That is what they will remember you for, the shared vision or the mission for which you stand. And number two is your values. See, whatever your values are, people will love you and connect with you for your values, and you will be remembered for your values. Like, think of any true leaders, right? Any great leaders. Think of like Mahatma Gandhi ji. What is the value that he is remembered for? Course, ahimsa, right? People remember him for ahimsa as a value. Similarly, what are the other leaders? Like, think of Bhagat Singh. What is the value that you remember him for? You remember him for freedom, because remember one of the popular proverb or the Hindi quote that Bhagat Singh said, "Meri dulhan to azadi hai." Think of it. They were truly connected with that. So what is the value of Bhagat Singh? Freedom. Similarly, all great leaders had some great values. Like, some of the great leaders had equality of the equality as the value. Some of the great leaders had integrity as the value. Some of the great leaders had equal rights, which is equality as the value. Like, if you remember, one of the greatest leaders, like if you remember great leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., if you remember Muhammad Ali, right? His value is remembered for his value, right? All of these leaders will be remembered for their values. So whether it is good times, whether it is bad times, or whether it is challenging times, you need to stay true to your values. So never compromise on your values, because there might be times when your leadership will be tested, right? Think of it, a scenario where there is a project that has come to you, and if you actually follow your true values, which is integrity, right? For example, integrity is your true value, that you want to have the integrity in terms of whatever you are doing, and actually being fair and sharing the right data with your customers. That's your true value. And because of that, you know that you might actually face challenges from the customers. You might not get the project again from that customer, but then you, as a leader, you do not worry whether you are going to lose the project or whether you are going to have that project, to continue the project, but you will always stand for your value. Of course, you will do a lot of things that are best in your efforts and then make sure that your customer is retained, but you will not deviate from your values. You will stand for your values, because staying true to your values will actually help you to be known, and people will get aligned with you, people will get connected with you, and most importantly, people will respect you as a leader because of your values. So these are the 8 steps that you need to navigate in this journey of leadership. Challenges, think of it, they are not roadblocks, but they are the stepping stones to growth. Because if you have growth mindset, and if you see them as the steps to growth, right, you will be able to navigate these challenges. You will be able to remember that these challenges are something that are nothing but stepping stones, which are helping you to grow step by step in your career. So thank you so much to all the legendary leaders who are listening to me, for joining me in unraveling the art of navigating leadership challenges. Until our next session, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you.